I have insulin resistance, or I have obesity, visceral obesity I'm trying to deal with. Should I be doing a 2-day, 3-day, 4-day fast more often? And my immediate first answer is, please be careful. Those are not to be taken lightly. And I give a lot of reasons, but I think you are the expert in this. It would be lovely to hear your thoughts on how someone should think about these longer fasts.
I think that it is the reason why we say be careful, right? It is because of micro and macronutrient deficiencies that we often think about. Beyond getting to the level of micro and macronutrient deficiencies, because how these manifest is questionable, right? There are some early signals, right? And when I say advocating for yourself, or like the language that you use, which is advocating yourself, or I say being a scientist for yourself, is to start tapping into how you feel and being aware of that feeling, right? Acidity is one really great example where we could say, I feel, I have acidity, and I feel, I don't feel good. That's an early sign, and how that manifests into a macro or a micronutrient deficiency can come in a little bit later, but that is an early signal. A headache, for example. Those who suffer from insulin resistance, ideally, you are expecting their body, their metabolism to function a certain way, which is for the insulin levels to run parallel to your glucose levels, such that as the glucose levels fall, the insulin levels will fall. But by definition, when somebody is insulin resistant, the response of insulin is not that the same process that we would expect it to be. That is why they are resistant. To what extent are they resistant? How long does it take for the insulin levels to come down? Are very difficult to measure, right? So in such circumstances, an early sign that this is not working for me could be a headache. Right? So if you experience headaches and you experience acidity and you say, you know what, I want to muscle through this, I would say that then you have to be even more careful, because these are early indications that your body is not comfortable with this. On the same token, so for such individuals, I would not fast for 24 hours or 36 hours without medical supervision. Even if you are fasting during the active time of the day, if it is more than 4 or 6 hours, you have to be cautious. For example, many of us do very, very cognitive tasks. Cognitive tasks that are usually sedentary, that you're just looking at your computer and you're just burning a lot of glucose because of your brain. Students, for example, right? The way they metabolize glucose is a little bit different because they are very cognitive. Under such circumstances, you have to consider that there is a form of burning which is not really associated with what we typically think of burning energy, which is a form of movement. Well, I have not moved at all. Therefore, I have not really, I'm in a caloric excess. Not true, right? So the reason I would say that when we say be careful is to look for early signs, which again goes back to the point of understanding what are you measuring. I assume that all of us here are, of course, looking for longevity, but we're also within that framework of longevity, we are looking for vitality, right? Feeling the very best, the ability to live the best life, right? These are some terms that get thrown around. Vitality is being able to do whatever you want with the different definitions, but feeling your 100%, right? So that those feelings, I would not ignore them, right? Learn to understand the patterns that dictate such feelings. Be methodical about collecting data, and use the resources like you have discussed with Kai and with your Dr. AI agent, where you could brainstorm, right? So being methodical about collecting, being methodical about asking, identifying what is it that I want to ask,